The Supreme Court building houses the Supreme Court of the United States, also referred to as the Marble Palace. The building serves as the official residence and workplace of the Chief Justice of the United States and the 8 Associate Justices of the Supreme Court. It is located at 1 First Street in Northeast Washington, D.C., in the block immediately east of the United States Capitol and within a mile of the Library of Congress. The building is managed by the architect of the Capitol. On May 4, 1987, the Supreme Court building was designated a National Historic Landmark. The proposal for a separate building for the Supreme Court was suggested in 1912 by President William Howard Taft, who became Chief Justice in 1921. In 1929, Taft successfully argued for the creation of the new building, but did not live to see it built. Physical construction began in 1932 and was officially completed in 1935 under the guidance of Chief Justice Charles Evans Hughes, Taft's successor. The building was designed by architect Cass Gilbert, a friend of Taft. Prior to the establishment of the federal city, the United States government resided briefly in New York City. The Supreme Court met there in the Merchants Exchange Building. When the capital moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the court moved with it and began meeting in Independence Hall, before settling in Old City Hall at 5th and Chestnut Streets from 1791 until 1800. After the federal government moved to Washington, D.C., the court had no permanent meeting location until 1810, when the architect Benjamin Henry Latrobe had the second U.S. Senate chamber built directly on top of the first U.S. Senate chamber. The Supreme Court took up residence in what is now referred to as the Old Supreme Court Chamber. From 1810 through 1860, it remained in the Capitol until 1935, with the exception of a period from 1812 to 1819, during which the court was absent from Washington because of the British invasion and the destruction of the Capitol during the War of 1812. In 1810, the Supreme Court first occupied the Old Supreme Court chamber in the Capitol. As the Senate expanded, it progressively outgrew its quarters. In 1860, after the new wings of the Capitol for the Senate and the House of Representatives had been completed, the Supreme Court moved to the old Senate chamber where it remained until its move to the current Supreme Court building. President William Howard Taft proposed a new Supreme Court building in 1912. After becoming Chief Justice in 1921, he argued successfully for the court to have its own headquarters to distance itself from Congress as an independent branch of government. In 1929, the government purchased the National Women's Party headquarters at Old Brick Capitol and razed it for the new building. The court was finally designed by Cass Gilbert, who was a well-known architect and friend to Taft, and created many other structures in the United States. The building would be completed by his son Cass Gilbert Jr. following the elder Gilbert's death in 1934. From 1860 to 1935, the Supreme Court justices were designated to conduct their work within the cramped space of the old Senate chamber alongside other federal government employees. This environment discouraged the Supreme Court justices from traveling to Washington, so they conducted most of their work from their homes. Before the Supreme Court building was approved, Charles Evans Hughes, who had been an Associate Justice from 1910 to 1916, was vocally outspoken about the poor conditions of the justices' working environment and described the old Senate chamber as small, overheated, and barren. Through the rigorous lobbying efforts of Chief Justice Taft, he was able to secure the funding needed from Congress for a Supreme Court building in 1929. Taft's motivations for a Supreme Court building were fueled by the relationship between the judicial branch and the other branches of government, as well as the drastic differences in his working environment from when he served as President of the United States to when he served as Chief Justice. Taft envisioned the judicial branch of government to embody a persona of independence, and therefore saw the Supreme Court building as a means of establishing his vision. The Supreme Court building would not have been completed without the further commitment of Charles Evans Hughes, who succeeded Taft as Chief Justice in 1930. Chief Justice Edward Douglas White, nominated by Taft in 1910, was part of the initial resistance to the idea of a Supreme Court building. He argued that the Supreme Court obtained its relevance because of its location within the capital. Many justices, in addition to Chief Justice White, refused to conduct their work within the building and remained in their homes. The familiarity of their workspaces at home naturally discouraged the justices from operating in a completely new location, and they were also given funding by Congress to work from there.